All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal, and I'm here with Kyle.
Hi.
Kyle said I look like I just got back from a night out at what'd you say? A night partying at a gay nightclub.
Yeah, and I don't want to be homophobic.
That's not. It's just a gay nightclub.
Yeah, I mean,
That could have been anywhere.
you're right. Could have been at a regular.
Could have been at
nightclub.
McDonald's. I could have been.
It's just the glowing collars. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm wearing dog collars.
You want to explain why, or
So I bought 25 glowing dog collars from China. It's a weird.
That's
weird
covered in
start to the
coronavirus
episode.
right now.
Yeah, so I might have brought coronavirus.
Yeah,
to the
John's
US.
collars may have brought coronavirus.
So, yeah. First of all, check out the YouTube version of our show. Every single episode is a full video version, and you can see me. I look like a disaster right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 LED flashing dog collars around my neck.
Very distracting.
Some of them have different flashing patterns than others.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a seizure.
Anyways, I have 25 glowing dog collars of various shapes and sizes because
We should see if we can get all 25 on there.
that would be something, huh?
Yeah,
We could try on our Instagram story
might get stuck and die
after
though.
this. Stuck in my eye?
Stuck and die.
Oh, suffocate.
Could get stuck in your eye too.
Yeah. So basically, I tried to get into this thing called drop shipping, which very complicated process, but people who get really good at it make a lot of money. And it's basically this form of e-commerce that young people have gotten really good at over the last like 5 to 6 years. And this one guy from our high school actually, like, we knew him from high school and he was really quiet in high school. But then a couple years later, someone was like, "Yo, do you follow this guy on Instagram?" I was like, "No, why?" And they're like, "Dude, he like makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars." And I was like, "How?"
So John's like, I'm gonna buy some dog collars.
So I was like, I want to buy some dog collars. So I looked him up and he like makes all this money, and it turns out it was through this thing called drop shipping, which how do I explain? I tried to explain it to Kyle.
I think I understand it, but I guess it's more complicated than it.
Yeah, so basically you like set up this online store and then you can sell stuff that are made in these wholesalers in China, these like manufacturers. You sell it on your website, but you never even have to buy it. You're kind of like a middleman between someone who wants to go find an LED dog collar. They'll type in LED dog collar. My website will pop up. Then they'll buy my dog collar, but I never actually had to buy it. Just when they place an order, I tell the manufacturer in China, send it to this address, and then I make money off of the upcharge.
I know it's not illegal, but it feels illegal.
When you describe it to people, it sounds like some pyramid scheme or some.
It basically is, I think.
It's not, though. It's just selling products that are made in China because
You're the Nigerian prince.
What's that?
Then the Nigerian prince pyramid scheme.
What's the Nigerian prince?
Oh, it's just in The Office. There's a scene.
Oh.
It's just
wouldn't
It's
get
just
it.
a pyramid scheme thing.
I don't know.
Nigerian prince emails you. He needs your help. You bail him out. You give him money.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's other pyramid schemes. Are they all Nigerian
but
princes?
just the Nigerian prince one is just like,
So that's the one.
pyramid scheme joke.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you didn't get it.
No.
Okay, it's in The Office.
But yeah, so I tried to get into it, and it's very complicated. There's like lots of tutorials and courses you can buy to like try and learn how to get good at it. But the thing is like it's become so saturated. Like so many young people now have heard about it and tried to do it that it's still doable. I have a good friend who actually like that's his full-time job now, and he makes bank just like someone else actually from the guy from high school. But anyways, I wanted to try and do it. So I was like, what do people want to buy that these Chinese
LED
manufacturers make that's cheap that I could brand an online store around? And the reason I'm explaining all this, normally I wouldn't, like if I was actively doing it, I wouldn't tell, because apparently these people who do dropshipping don't like to tell people what their stores are.
Because then more people would do it.
Well, then other people would do it, or then if people learned about it, they would realize they could go to the website of the Chinese company and buy it for like 1/50th of the price.
Right.
Like each of these dog collars I bought for 25 cents. So.
Okay.
So anyways.
You got $1 on your neck.
Yeah. And I spent like $7 or whatever buying these dog collars, and then I spent like $55 on shipping or something because shipping from China takes forever.
Yeah, so that's a good investment.
Yeah, it was worth it because I bought them, and then I realized like 3 weeks in that I wasn't making any money and I wasn't very good at it, and I probably should just stick to video editing. So I quit, or like I shut down the store, but then I realized I still have all these dog collars coming.
Did you get any orders?
No. I mean, I only tried it for like 2 weeks, so.
Oh, okay.
I think I was kind of a bitch. Like, it's just really, really complicated. But if I was to like stick with it and like actually actively do it every day, maybe I could have done something. But that's what everybody says when they quit something.
Exactly.
Like, I could have made it to the NBA, but I quit.
That's true. I could have played in every single major sport, but I didn't want to. Well, I wanted to. I just didn't do it.
Yeah, but yeah, you could have been the best baseball player to ever play the game.
I could have been, yeah.
But you could have hit
stopped playing
10,000-yard home run.
10,000-yard home run.
Like
right.
You hit a home run and then it goes over 10,000 baseball fields. Football fields.
Okay. Weird way of measuring it, but all right.
You could have.
I could have.
Yeah, it's possible.
It is possible. You can do anything you set your mind to. Do you believe that?
I did at one point. I believe it to an extent.
And now you're just a defeated man right here. You can't do anything you want to.
I'm wearing fucking dog collars now. I'm whipped. Yeah. I'm someone's bitch. I'm someone's pet.
You're my bitch.
Yeah, I'm your bitch right now. No, but I mean, realistically, I think that concept is true. But I think the specifics, obviously, I can't
do anything.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking be the world's. Like, if you're 5'4", you're not going to be the fastest guy on the planet. It's just not happening. But I think the general idea of that sentiment is true. Like, most things, if you're willing to work for it, you can achieve them.
Yeah, I would say unless it's like you need to be like physically gifted or like mentally gifted.
Yeah.
A lot of things I think you can work towards, but
I do think people are a lot more capable of doing very crazy things than they think they are. Like, I think a lot of people will be like, oh, that's not physically possible. And I'd be like, no, it is. Yeah. It is. It's just really, really fucking hard.
But, like, if you compare, if I put all the same work that LeBron did, I would not be LeBron.
No, you wouldn't. But you could be a really damn good basketball player. I think you could.
Could be.
Like, I don't know if you'd make it to the league.
Oh, I would.
But I guess my point is there's other people that, like, I don't know. There's always someone that you could find that, like, you could be like, oh, that's a similar type of person to me. And,
Steve Nash.
And they did it, so maybe I could do it.
Except Steve Nash is like 6'3", but you think he's tiny?
Because he's
5'10".
Yeah, because he's surrounded by people that are huge.
Exactly.
I had a really weird dream.
Again.
And I wanted to share it because we haven't talked about dreams in a while. It used to be one of our segments we would talk about every single week. And it hasn't been, and I've been missing it. So I'll tell mine, then maybe you could catch me up on any dreams you've had in the last few months. I thought you'd like this because you and your family are involved.
Oh.
So I had a dream that we were all quarantined in a big apartment in like New York City with my family, Kyle's family, and my uncle, and then my cousins. Okay? So weird combo. We were all in this big apartment, and I had to be the guy that had to go out and like sign in with the cops to go out and get food.
Why did we sent you? I don't know why we sent you.
What? I'm a reliable source.
I could have walked you on your leashes.
Yeah.
This is my dog.
Yeah. What if in times like this, what happens to the people that identify as dogs?
That's what I'm saying. This is just me and like Grover here.
Grover.
Yeah. My dog Grover.
Yeah. Like, what if you?
That's a great dog name, by the way. Grover.
I've never heard of a dog named Grover, but it sounds good.
You can name a dog anything.
Rover's
Rover?
A dog name.
Red Rover. Send Grover right over.
It's a Grover sounds like a toad.
Yeah.
Like a pet toad named Grover.
Yeah.
Like Graveler. Wasn't that a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I went out, and while I was out, I decided to bleach my hair.
Again.
So I had like limited number of time, and I went to a place, and there was like one person there, and I bleached my hair. And I just remember that my hair, like, they bleached it. And then I look in the mirror and it was like barely bleached, but I paid them like a lot of money because it was a high-end place.
So you're upset.
I was upset. And
Start
then
barking at them.
I don't remember getting any food, so I might have just skipped the food.
John goes out for food and comes back with barely bleached hair, and we're all like, dude, what the fuck?
It's like, dude, we can't leave for another 4 days. Like, what's going on? So then I come in the apartment, and all the lights are turned off, and I can hear like vague whispers around the house. Around the apartment.
Oh.
And I'm like, I realized what you guys were doing. It was like a prank on me. Like, you guys were all going to hide. And for some reason, I don't know, I knew that you had masks on. So you guys were hiding around the house with masks.
All right.
And you wanted to like pull a prank where
you get bored when you're quarantined.
Yeah,
so.
you guys were just gonna like scare me. So one person was gonna pop out here, then another person would pop out there, and so I slowly kind of make my way into the apartment, and then I like turn around and I see down the hallway you peek your head out and you have this like creepy like anonymous mask on. You peek your head out from the end of the hallway and I'm like, oh fuck, and it like startled me. So I ran and then my dad popped out as I was running and it scared me again and I jumped into a mirror and it shattered.
Okay.
And then the dream ended.
Wow. Okay. Well, what does that say about you? You're afraid of being quarantined. You're scared of being quarantined.
The only connection I can make to any of this dream was, one, the quarantine's happening, and two, I saw my cousin who's a hair stylist. Oh. She posted in times like this, don't make some crazy decision and decide to like do something weird like bleach your hair.
Why?
I don't know. I think her point.
Like this is the time to do it.
I think her point was like, just because like things falling apart doesn't mean you got to do some like drastic weird change. Like when you break up with someone, you don't got to go
shave your head.
Yeah, like you know,
grow out your facial hair for a month.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. But you're doing it just cause.
I'm being forced to. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that, and I figured it was a good thing to talk about because we also wanted to talk about some other things relating to quarantine today.
That is true.
But before we do you have any dreams that you want to catch us up on over the last few months?
I had an awful nightmare while we were in Vegas that a polar bear was coming after me. I was outside like just looking at this polar bear, and I was like looking at it from a distance, and it was cool. And then it kind of started coming closer, and then he started sprinting.
Did he maul you?
Well, no. And then I ran inside and I locked my door. It was like the sliding glass door. I'm like, haha, you can't get me. I mean, he just trucked right through it. And he was coming after me, and he's about to maul me, and I woke up. And I couldn't sleep after that. I was like panting and sweating.
What time was it?
It was like 5.
Damn, you were up early.
It was the first night.
Oh, I had another dream. I had a sex dream, but like...
Was I in it?
No. Oh. But we've talked about this before, how like, at least for me, I've never actually got to like experience having sex in a dream. Like
you wake up right before it happens.
No, or like, well, usually yes, but this one was weird in the sense that like the dream kept going and we had sex, but like my brain would like have these gaps of time in the dream, and I would only experience the moments like
before and after.
Before, after, around this, like, for example,
you just can't get there.
Yeah, I just can't experience the actual doing of it.
It's like life.
But no, what happened was like we were having sex, but in my dream I couldn't like look at it or see anything or experience it. I could only experience the conversation that we had during the sex.
So it's just like dirty talk.
No, it was like these deep emotional like conversations about like love and the meaning of everything, and like, oh my god, you mean the world to me, and like, shit like that.
Okay.
But and then that's cool. I remember after it ended, right when we finished, I remember the conversations that we had when it was done.
Good game.
Yeah.
Shaking hands.
Yeah, like, wow, like that was amazing, you're great, whatever. And I think it speaks to human nature.
What
does
that mean?
Hear me out. Obviously, everybody wants some sex.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. There's people that don't want sex. Most people want sex. And it's important to a relationship. But I think that people get caught up in in that, and they think that like, obviously you don't want to have like shitty sex your whole life, so sex is important in some sense.
Sure.
But I think maybe we get too caught up in that and realize, and I think my dreams telling me
the emotions are important
too. The emotions are what matter.
Okay.
Or the thoughts and the conversation.
John just wants to,
maybe not the banging.
Yeah, he just wants to bang you emotionally. Yeah. Emotional fuck. It's all he wants. It's just a man with 4 collars on, just looking to share some emotions with somebody. He wants a shoulder to cry on.
Looking to emotionally
not someone to just tug on his collars, but someone to put his collars on.
Doggy style.
Yeah.
I like doggy style.
Yeah.
Especially in this.
Especially when you're wearing 4 collars.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think my dreams have been trying to. Oh, and In Vegas, I had a dream too.
Okay.
Similar to, it was the same night that you had your terrible
How do you
dream.
remember all these dreams?
But I kept no, it was the last night. I kept having dreams that I won all my money back. And I had this literally the entire night. I had dream after dream, the same shit of me going up to a table before we left. And I was like, and you're like, John, you got to put like 250 down because you lost 250. So I put 250 in and I win it. And then we like go home all happy.
Damn.
And I just had the same thing on repeat. And I woke up and I was happy because I truly I actually thought that it happened.
Yeah. And then you like realize.
Yeah. And then I went to the bathroom and I got like in the shower and I was like, oh, I dreamed all that. I lost my money last night.
That sucks. But it's also good when you have a shitty dream and then you wait, like you lose everything and you wake up and you're like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah. I've had dreams where I like get in fights with people or someone's mad at me.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And I'm actually sad when I wake up and I mope around and then it takes me like 5 minutes and I realize that didn't even happen.
Yeah. Dreams are powerful.
They are.
But the big takeaway is just emotions are important.
Emotions are important. And maybe don't give in to your emotions. And when your emotions are telling you you're on a roll, put in more money, maybe don't. Because listen to your logic.
My mom's calling me.
Oh, mommy. I wish I talked about it last episode, but that trip to Vegas really made me realize how easy. I mean, I've known this before, but I could so easily get addicted to gambling because I was so into it when it was happening, and then when I lost it, it didn't like ruin my night. Like we still had fun, but the fact that that's all my brain subconsciously could think about and dream about the entire night.
Yeah.
And it like actually affected how I felt when I woke up. I was like, dude, I only lost $200.
Yeah, people were throwing, dude. The guy at our table, we had a dude at our one of our tables that was like, dude, he was blowing so much money. He kept tipping the
drink lady,
the drink lady, and the
dealer.
Dealer, yeah. Dude,
every hand he would tip the dealer $5.
Yeah, and he was betting like $10 hands, so he was just giving him like a free. I don't know, it didn't make sense. And that guy was just pulling out hundreds every single time. He kept losing.
I'm like, dude, that's not how. You don't make money at a casino by tipping the waitress or the dealer every single hand.
Yeah, and none of them want to hook up with you.
Yeah. I think he was like lonely trying to, but they weren't even that cute.
He was desperate.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Kyle and I were thinking of some things that would be fun to talk about relating to the quarantine, because when this episode comes out, it's going to be like a week from when we're recording it. So things, we don't even know what could happen by then.
Yeah, I mean, a week ago wait.
A week ago?
A week and like 2 days ago, we thought March Madness was still happening.
Yeah.
And all that shit got canceled. And that was just a week.
In 7 days. So in 7 days from now, we could be locked inside of our houses. Maybe a huge blizzard will come. Maybe a tornado will hit Seattle, which is unprecedented. Anything could happen in the next 7 days.
Just a coronavirus tornado.
Yes. We have two different lists here. The first one is things that would be worse or more crazy to happen in our lifetime than what's happening right now around the world. Now, obviously, it's not been that crazy in the like overall number of like deaths or whatever yet.
It's in terms of like the repercussions and what is like shut down. It's like stuff shutting down, like everyone losing their jobs.
Yeah.
Schools being closed.
There's
airports are
closed.
Countries
shutting down,
shut down,
which have in our life have never happened.
Yeah.
And even in my dad's life, my dad said the only thing that was even close to this was 9/11, but that was only for like a week after it happened, and then things were generally back to normal. So he was talking to Kyle and I like, you guys are really in a crazy time right now. And he was like, there's only a few number of things that could even top what's happening to the world right now. And so I have a list here of a few things we could think of, and maybe we could come up with some more. So number one, a zombie apocalypse.
Any kind of apocalypse.
Yeah. It could be like aliens.
Vampires.
Werewolves.
Bigfoot.
When I think of werewolves and vampires, I kind of think of zombies. You know, they're kind of all
mystical
the same.
beings.
Yeah, mystical beings
sure.
take over, and nobody, like, it proves all the scientists wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody loses their mind. There's all these press conferences about how we're going to stop the hoarding zombies that won't die even when you shoot them in the head.
Yep. And everyone's in their bunkers. Everything's closed down.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty wild. World War III. because obviously there's wars been going on.
Mhm.
There's been wars in our life, but nothing to the extent that is like. I mean,
Yeah, I would say
I don't want
World
to try
War-
and like downplay the wars. There's been some crazy wars in our life, but nothing even close to World War II or World War
No,
One.
yeah, or nothing on U.S. soil too. Like if something happened here, yeah, we haven't. The only really thing we've had happen like in terms of war is like Pearl Harbor. We got bombed, and like the Civil War.
Yeah,
we fought
and that's-
ourselves.
Yeah, and it really like, I don't know, you kind of become numb to it when you're like, if it has never happened on the U.S. soil in our life, and like you hear about it and you see videos and photos of war, but when it's not here, you don't really like feel as connected to it.
Yeah, imagine living in like the Middle East.
Yeah,
You
like
just you're
growing up
surrounded
in
by it the whole
Syria.
time. Or like in Mexico, like the cartel wars.
Yeah, it's wild. And so I was just thinking, like, if there was a huge another world war, that would be
Like,
wild.
that would shut shit down. Yeah. Plus, we'd be in it. We'd
Yeah.
be drafted. We're number 1 picks. Maybe.
Do you have any health problems that would hold you back?
No.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either.
We'd be in.
Yeah. All right. AI takes over. So we're
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson. Artificial intelligence gets so good to the point where they.
It's like Eagle Eye. The movie Eagle Eye with
I don't know
Shia
if I've
LaBeouf.
seen that.
Robot lady takes over the world. She,
Oh,
like,
okay.
controls him.
Yeah.
She wants to kill the president.
Yes. I think that, and like iRobot with Will Smith. I don't know if
Haven't
you've
seen
that. Okay. But AI is pretty prevalent right now, and it's just getting better. I feel like there's going to come a day.
That's scary.
Maybe not in our lifetime, but there's going to come a day when they release the first artificial intelligent, like, human thing. It's like a robot, but they release it to like live its life
Yeah.
in public.
Yeah.
And then
that should never happen. Why would they do that? Just like, hey, here's robot, like Rodney the robot. Like he's just gonna go to school now, and
Well-
he's gonna be one of the guys. He's out drinking at like pubs.
would you
and
hang
stuff.
out with Robot Rodney?
No.
Why?
Fuck that guy.
What if he's cool?
I'd want to.
What if he's awesome?
I'd want to be boys with him. So like, in case of an apocalypse, I'm close to him.
Oh.
But if I'm boys with him, maybe he's like plotting, like he's like a serial killer where he's like getting close to me and close.
Yeah,
to me. Then
he's
just
gonna use you,
rips me in 2 pieces.
and he might like hold your family hostage, so you have no choice but to help him.
yeah.
Robot Rodney would probably be programmed so well to the point where it's impossible for anyone to not like him.
Yeah.
So even if you want to dislike him, you can't, because he's like brainwashed you, and he says all the right things at the right time.
Yeah, he's like a bad boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's leading me on. He's just gonna fuck me over.
Yeah.
Not he's gonna play with my emotions.
Fuck you in the ass too. And
That
then
too.
fuck you over.
Well, I mean, if he gets permission to do that, then he's really brainwashed me.
No, it's not that you would have permission.
Oh, he would just do it.
He would just do it like
No.
a bad boyfriend.
Damn it, Rodney.
Are you more scared of aliens coming to Earth or AI?
Aliens, for sure. I don't think AI is gonna happen in this lifetime. I hope people aren't dumb
No,
enough.
I'm just saying, like, not in a certain time period. Just if either of them could happen at the snap of your fingers, which one would be more terrifying?
I think aliens still. Because I think they have technology that we can't even comprehend. Robots, we built them.
Yeah, but
they would just,
as the movies show, if the robots learn, so that's what the big fear is. If they
yeah,
get
but the
too
aliens
smart,
know everything.
we don't know that.
There could be some out there.
Yeah, there could be robots that learn everything, know everything.
Well, then what's the difference?
Oh, it's a good philosophical debate.
I could drown a robot.
No, you couldn't.
yeah.
One,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily drown.
Well, I would make him drown.
And
I'd
two,
rip 'em
they're
apart
going to be
underwater.
so much stronger than you.
No, I'm pretty strong.
I would hope that if we release robots, they're strong. Actually, no, they
Make him wimpy.
make them really weak.
Yeah, it's like push him over. Dude, I hate watching those videos where they just like fuck with the robot and like push him around and he like stumbles.
Yeah, dude.
You're just like bullying him. What are you doing?
Wait, oh, you don't like it because you feel like they're bullying him?
Yeah.
No,
Dude,
I
he's,
don't
like,
like it
stumbling
because
around.
it's horrifying to show that robots are getting that smart.
Yeah, exactly. They're bullying him and he's like,
Oh.
he's hanging on. And he's about to.
I thought you meant like you feel bad, like, oh, don't push him around. That's mean.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like, well, it's mean, but it's also like we don't want to get on his bad side.
Oh, okay,
We can't
yeah.
be bullies to him because you know what happens to bullies? They always die.
Bullies
Like if
die?
there's a bully in a horror movie, he dies.
Okay, yeah.
Like, he's the first one to die.
That's true. When the robots get smart enough, they're going to come after whoever was bullying them.
Yeah, so be nice to people.
That's why I don't want to work at, what's that place called?
Taco Bell.
Something Institute. No, the company that posts all the AI videos.
Le Cordon Bleu.
Close. Next up, a meteor hitting
Tech.
Earth.
Sorry. Yeah, the meteor hitting Earth. Yeah, that would, well.
What's so crazy
Depends
about
how
that is
big.
that they say that it is very possible that, like, we're kind of lucky that nothing has hit us since the last one that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Are we sure that happened?
Yeah. Dude, that's a fact.
I don't know if it's a fact. I think it might have been proven like, oh, it's like maybe, but then there's other evidence that says maybe not.
What else would have wiped out the dinosaurs? Dude, that's a
Global
fact.
warming. The dinosaurs are polluting.
No, that's a fact.
I don't know if it's a fact. I think it's like a speculated
No,
thing.
that is a
I
fact.
don't know if it's a fact.
I have to look this
Well,
up.
Google doesn't know anything.
Oh, you're not going to trust anybody
I trust
now.
Neil deGrasse.
All right, we're not going to look it up, but regardless, they do say that scientists say that a meteor realistically could hit us like at any time. I think they would have I think they can tell if one's coming, and they have ways to like kind of like shoot at it and like hit it off in a different direction, or like get it to like break up.
That'd be dope.
I've heard about. I don't know if that's
Shoot
true,
a
or maybe
laser
that's
at
like something they've been talking about for the future. Like have technology up in space that can like detect it and then like shoot at it to get it go in a different direction.
Dr. Evil had that technology. He pulled a meteor and he was gonna bring it to Earth.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Not familiar with the story.
Austin Powers?
Oh.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch that. Hey, it's a quarantine movie you can watch.
I know. I've always heard good things about Austin Powers, but it's
they're
like,
great.
are they
get
great in the
progressively better.
sense that they're actually good, or are they so bad that they're good?
No, I wouldn't say they're so bad that they're good. They're just funny.
Like they're true comedies.
yeah,
They're
just
they're
funny.
actually good comedies.
Like they're making fun of the John. Nope, what's his name? James Bond.
Oh.
John Bond. I was gonna
John
say John Bon Jovi.
Oh wait, so it's a spoof of James Bond?
Yeah, or maybe it's like
I don't know anything about
Tom
it.
Cruise or some shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because dude, just imagine if a meteor actually hit and it like wiped out half of the planet.
Yeah.
One, hopefully it wouldn't be us, but it's 50-50 chance. Dude, just imagine though.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think would actually happen in the days to follow?
I
Half
don't
the
know if-
world just died, and the rest of the people are like, dude, I can't even imagine.
I don't know, but I got another one.
Okay.
Global warming gets so bad that in our lifetime melts all of the polar caps and everything floods. Or it starts like
Oh.
flooding into the outsides of states. So like Louisiana would be drowned quick.
Yeah.
Florida, Washington,
Everyone have to move into the
like this
middle
Iowa.
to Indiana.
We're all populated in like Iowa and Nebraska. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. I mean, I think that's kind of on track to happening.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know
I
about
know
in
they're
our
definitely
lifetime,
like have efforts to like slow it down, and thankfully technology's there's companies doing things. Like I know there was a guy on the Joe Rogan podcast that runs this like nonprofit where they are building this technology to clean out all the garbage in like all the oceans. I mean, they're long there's a patch in like the middle of the ocean out by
bigger than Texas though.
Yeah, it's bigger than Texas, but they have these these like ship things they've built that they've been cleaning out rivers with it, and now they're also like the goal I think is like within the next 10 years they'll be able to clean up that entire patch of garbage.
Damn, that'd be dope. I'm down
So
for it.
there's like people like that are doing things to try and like reverse it, but I don't know at what pace it's gonna get better.
I have no idea.
But
Imagine if a meteor hit like Antarctica and just all melted. We'd be fucked.
yeah, what would happen?
Everything would flood. I know if if all the caps flooded, we would all die.
You mean if they all melted?
Yeah.
But like, so if everything melted, everything floods. Is there nowhere like people could go?
I mean, Noah's Ark, I guess, but like, yeah, it's.
Oh, we live on boats?
I'd just rather die. Like, I don't want to live on a boat.
You would not rather die than live on a boat. There's
Or it could be like Wall-E, where they send the spaceship up to outer space.
Oh.
So they did in Wall-E.
Yeah, another thing that could be crazier than Corona is if technology or space travel gets so good to where they start regularly sending people
send the Corona
to Mars. And no, if if more people lived on Mars, or like on a, obviously I don't think Mars is big enough, but like if more people lived on a different planet than Earth, and Earth became like kind of the shitty place to live.
Oh.
It's like, like you don't got
The
enough money.
slums
Yeah,
of
like
Earth.
you're on Earth, and everyone else gets sent to the cool place.
I'd move to Hawaii and be fine.
Not if it floods.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, you're right. I'd be on like a nice beach on the Nebraska coast.
A nice beach in Nebraska. That'd be dope. Yeah. Then the only other thing I could think of was like,
Earthquake in Washington.
well, yeah, but that's not a worldwide thing.
World earthquake.
A worldwide
I don't think that's
earthquake.
possible.
Like a really big terrorist attack, but I guess that kind of links with like a World War III.
Yeah.
So,
Or just a different disease outbreak.
that's true. Yeah, something that's like way more like anyone who catches it dies, and they can't find a cure because all the doctors that are working with the patients get it, and then they die before they can try and work on a cure. So everyone who's trying to heal the people that are sick also get it, and everyone just dies.
That would suck. Also, wizards. Like Harry Potter, like Voldemort takes over.
Okay.
There's no way to prove that that's not a thing. Harry Potter is based on a true story. So
Wait, what?
yeah, Harry Potter is based on a true story.
You've done this same bit before, haven't
Yeah,
you?
it is.
But it's not.
Yeah, it is. There's a
According
boy
to
named
who?
Harry.
According to who?
J.K. Rowling. She
Oh,
wrote about
yeah.
it. It's Harry's
No, but you're right. I mean,
biography.
if wizards can do magic, we can't prove
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
They're
we're all
obviously-
muggles.
Yeah.
You could be a wizard. I wouldn't even know.
Oh, I am.
I am a wizard. That's why I know.
Wait, but wizards don't tell people they're wizards, right? So we both just proved that we're not wizards.
Well, I cast a spell under the table that makes you think that I'm actually not a wizard.
Well, I cast a spell that makes you think that I'm a human, but I'm really a dog.
I
Which
think
is
I'm on to you.
Yeah. So.
All right, let's move on to our second list.
Yeah. So this one is probably a little more useful.
Yeah, for all you people quarantining, self-quarantining, being forced to quarantine,
Maybe voluntarily quarantining because you're paranoid.
that's self-quarantining.
Oh.
Self-quarantining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think by the time this comes out, a lot more people are going to be just at home doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some things that you could do. I was thinking of the best ways to pass the time
Yeah.
because you're going to be bored. I've been staying at home the past couple days and I've been very bored.
And it's going to cause you to be a little more creative for your entertainment than you have been in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, maybe your power goes out during
That would really
quarantine.
suck.
Then you're really fucked.
Yeah, that would suck. If there's a big storm, yeah, that would suck.
So, Kyle, what's the first thing you would do?
Okay, easy ones, obvious ones. Video games, maybe play some old video games, like break out the Game Boy, play some
Okay.
Pokemon, Mario Kart, whatever. Like your
Yu-Gi-Oh.
mom never plays video games, teach your mom how to play Mario Kart. You're going to need someone to play with.
That's a good one. My dad has never really been interested in like he'll watch me play and I'm always like, Dad, you want to play? And he's like, nah, because he just thinks it's just too much. It's just a whole different world to him.
Yeah. You
But
can get your dad to be really good.
I know. Maybe this is the time when trying to teach my dad though.
Oh, I know. I tried to play NBA Live with my dad when I was like little and he would just shoot half court shots and I was like, Dad, take it seriously. So
Yeah. I think my dad would like it. He would just be so bad. Like he could not ever learn.
it's not fun to play with bad people.
Yeah. And dude, I remember the first time I ever held an Xbox controller. It was at my sister's friend's house and it was the original Xbox. And bro, it's so weird to look back on it because I had to actually look down
for the
to see
buttons.
what I was pressing.
Like, press X.
Yeah. And
I
so
feel like
I don't know.
racing games, they can handle racing games. You just kind of like move
That's true. We could start with like some
Mario
Forza
Kart.
or some Mario
Forza.
Kart.
Okay. Next.
Board games.
Yeah, board games, TV shows. Just literally anything. Like you're going to dig deep.
Yeah.
And find some weird TV shows.
I got at-home workouts.
Yeah, I wrote that down too.
Get creative with it, guys.
I've been doing a lot of push-ups and I hate push-ups now. I'm bored of them. I don't have a lot of equipment at home to like do anything, so I'm gonna have to get creative.
Yeah, you can do dips on a chair or a couch.
I can't. It hurts my tricep.
Well,
I got a bad elbow.
that you could stretch.
I could
Guys,
stretch.
I'm serious. For those of you who don't really like lift or work out or whatever, whether you do or don't, just stretch for like an hour and you will feel so good afterwards.
You got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Might as well stretch. Yeah, I need to do more stretching because I'm a tight little boy.
Yeah, I never really used to stretch, but in the last few months I've been having a lot of like shoulder issues. And so Shim was like kind of tested my shoulder mobility and it's dog shit.
Same.
So he's like, dude, and then I didn't even realize till 2 days ago, but he tested my hip mobility. Also dog shit.
Yeah,
like really bad.
I got doo-doo hips too.
And so he's like, he kind of like scared me into it. He was like, dude, realistically, you can just keep lifting and never stretch. But he's like, you're going to eventually run into like long-term health problems if you just keep doing it. So he was kind of scared me into it and was like, you should just stretch like an hour a day and you'll start feeling better and things will slowly get better. And I've been doing it.
I need to do it. Yes, I just refuse to be the guy that comes out of the quarantine all flabby. I don't want to, I've already lost a bunch of weight over and over. Like, I'll gain weight and I'll lose it. I'll gain weight, I'll lose it.
Yeah.
I refuse to let that happen.
Yeah. What's crazy is like we're in the beginning of the quarantine right now, and it's still kind of like, it's still like a, people talk about it on Twitter, making memes about it. It's like whatever, just like a popular thing to talk about because it's like new. And I think people are assuming that it's going to just like maybe a couple weeks and then we're good. But like,
I think it's longer.
What if this is like 9 months? What if it's a year of like nothing being open? I don't think it'll get to that point, and I hope it doesn't. But just imagine like everything is shut down for a year. A bunch of companies go bankrupt or like go under.
You'd have to get to a point where you just release quarantine and then you just accept that people are going to get sick because there wouldn't be food. And how would people pay for food if they? They'd run out of all the unemployment benefits that the U.S. has or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
there would come a point when they'd have no choice but to be like, fuck it.
Apocalypse. They're at the point right now in Italy where they're deciding who to like has a better chance of surviving, and they're just like letting the other people die, like giving them oxygen because there's no space, there's no medicine for them. So
shit.
People that don't really think it's serious, like it's getting there. Reconnecting with old people that you never talk to.
I was about to say jerk off.
Yeah, jerk off. Tinder. Just find a quarantine baby. Well, not a baby.
You could connect with people that you weren't very good friends with, and then maybe jerk off after, or before,
or during.
That's true. You could do it before, so then when you meet them, you're a lot more relaxed and chill.
Yeah. Why would you meet them? You're quarantined.
Oh,
like video chat.
Wait, what was yours?
Just texting. I don't know.
Oh, you just want to text people that you don't talk to?
I don't know. I was writing things down.
Well, I assume
you could.
Hey, friend,
we're quarantined.
Let's practice our social distancing, but let's just you and me go on like a walk or go on a hike.
Yeah, sure.
I just feel like, why would I do that to someone I don't really know when I have
I don't know. I wrote it down. It made sense in my head. Like old photo albums.
I feel like you are the last person to reach out to someone.
You're
that
right.
You don't know.
I won't do it. Okay. Okay. Try to acquire a new talent. So maybe you've always wanted to dance or sing or rap or write poetry. I don't know.
I've kind of been dancing in the shower a little bit. Not really dancing, but I'll get some.
That's not
movement.
a good place to dance.
No, it's more of like subtle shoulder movements.
So you've just been like shampooing your hair and just like, hey.
Yeah, more than usual.
Oh.
Okay. I've been in the mood. I don't know. Maybe it's the quarantine. Maybe it's just like me just feeling the music more recently.
All right, that's cool.
Oh, I got one. Try making some form of music. Or art.
There's gonna be a lot of music coming out, I bet.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen like a lot of producers that I follow or like rappers. They're like, well, gonna lock myself away and go make an album.
Why not?
It could be good. This could be good for music fans.
These could be great quarantine albums. There's gonna be like a quarantine festival of all the albums that came out in quarantine.
Oh. Well, I've heard that on March 27th, for whatever reason, that day in particular, there's a lot of albums that have been announced. Like a ton of albums are coming out on that day.
Oh, they're gonna be huge.
Yeah, those are going to be popular, but I'm just thinking maybe that those are going to be like overshadowed by one in like maybe June if we're still in quarantine. Maybe people will just crank out albums and then just drop them for like the 4th of July.
But people also, it might be overpopulated with albums. It's like this is just your quarantine music. Like it's not authentic. You know,
Oh.
it's just like you just didn't have anything else to do, so you just made this.
Yeah.
It wasn't really as inspiring as, you know,
Yeah.
you had an awful day outside, as opposed to you're just lonely inside. You know.
Yeah. You know what I've never really understood is like
No.
with rappers in particular who rap about like, I don't know, obviously the vibe of rap is generally like, it's like hard or it's like intense. It's kind of like, oh, I'm better than you, or like, oh, I've earned it. It's like,
I sell drugs.
yeah, it's like I sell drugs, I get bitches. These bitches want my dick.
Yeah.
You know, fuck you, I don't need your help. I'm gonna get signed. I don't know. Point being, there's the general theme of like hip hop music.
Okay.
Obviously, there's exceptions. There's some people who make songs about their mom, or like there's people who do like comedy raps about like weird shit. But if you're part of that group who raps about stuff like that, I always wonder like if you make it, what do you rap about anymore?
What do you mean? Oh, once you've already made it.
Yeah, like once you
You
made
rap
it,
about
if
how
you've made like
people
three,
still want your dick.
if you've made 3 albums about like I don't need your help, I'm a like murder your family dog, bitch. What do you
murder the family dog? Jesus Christ!
like?
I'm gonna kill your dog, you little bitch. I'm
Like
gonna kill your bitch.
what do you? I've just never understood like how do you get inspired or what inspires your new music if you've rapped about all of your life experience, or like maybe you don't actually rap about your life because you just make like the trendy music.
Yeah. Well, I think take Eminem for example. He's gone through phases. He had phases where he was just weird and on drugs. He had like a fuck you mom. Like I didn't have a dad. Like I'm just a piece of shit.
Then he
kind of
had
shit.
one of like a whole album of like breaking my drug addiction.
Yeah, breaking my drug addiction. Recovery. He had some for like his daughter.
Yeah.
He had, and then he got into like political stuff. And then it's that, and then just shitting on other rappers.
Yeah,
That's what
he
he's
had
been
a
into.
diss track phase for sure.
Yeah, big diss track phase.
And I guess when I look at someone like Eminem, it blows my mind that he can even, like, he just released another album, and I'm shocked that he could even find more things to rap about. So when I look at someone like, I don't know, someone who's currently,
Like Drake.
yeah, Drake, like,
Well, he isn't right, so.
yeah, that's true. People just make trendy shit for him to sing. But, like, yeah, someone like him, if you're that famous and you've already made albums about your life, what else is there to talk about?
I don't know. This might sound weird, but I feel like the most mentally unhealthy people make the best music because they have stuff to actually talk about.
Yeah.
Like, this is bad, but like Kid Cudi, when he was like at his saddest, was his best music.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's so true. With a lot of art forms. I remember, like, the documentary about Jim Carrey, he was saying that when he was severely depressed because his girlfriend broke up with him and his life was, like, falling apart, the directors told him to not get better because he'd be better at the role if he was depressed.
Yeah, and when he was at his saddest, those were all of his best, like, comedy roles, too.
Yeah. And now he's happy and people think he's crazy.
Exactly.
So,
People don't like him now because he's happy.
yeah. No, it's so
Weird.
true. And I kind of feel like if there was some rapper who, like, got really famous and then, like, got, like, abducted or, like, he disappeared and he, like, I don't know, some weird
Tupac.
shit happened to him, or he, like, maybe he just, like, left music and, like, moved to Zimbabwe and lived there for, like, 10 years and then moved back, their music would be amazing because they have all these different things that have happened that are, like, outside the norm. Like, this one rapper that I really like named John River, he's from Canada, and he was...
John River from Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was battling this, like, really wild, like, some brain condition, and no doctors could figure it out. Nobody knew what it was, and they literally thought he was, like, going crazy. But I forget all the symptoms, but I remember there was stuff where, like, he would just go blind temporarily and couldn't see shit, and, like, I just know he was in an insane amount of pain, and all this weird shit was happening to him, and he felt like, I think I saw an interview that he felt like his, like, brain was, like, dripping, like, liquid, like, all this weird shit.
Hell?
And no one could figure out what was wrong with him. And it's literally been like I've been following him for like 4 years, and he's been on this battle, and like his family has to tweet for him because he's in and out of the hospital. And he finally got better, like, after years, and he released an album, and it was amazing.
It's like all of his struggles.
Yeah, because it's all these struggles about his life in the last 4 years, and people didn't believe him. People thought he was crazy, and, like, I don't know. there's a lot of situations like that where people drop art after some crazy experience, and it's like amazing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, yeah, there you go. Make an album. Long story short, you can make an album, good or bad.
Kyle, do you want to make an album with me?
Not really, no. I've seen your rapping skills and your freestyling skills, and they aren't great.
Oh, I don't have any freestyle.
No.
I can rap if it's written. Yo, that Happy Butt Chug birthday was fire, dog.
I don't know if it was. All right.
That was fire.
Okay, listen to a podcast, like this one.
Yeah.
You can listen to podcasts. I talked to my sister the other day. She has gotten bored of everything she's listening to, and she's listening to a podcast about the Cold War. Also, she is considering taking Dinosaurs 101. So
She said an all-time.
She's actually quarantined right now. So this is like
boredness.
what we're getting. This is what we're possibly heading towards. Like she's for real quarantined in Spain.
Yeah.
So that's how boring it is.
Why'd they gotta name it the Cold War? That's the most boring
Was it cold?
possible name.
It's because that's what the war was. There wasn't a fight.
No, I understand that there was not a real like fight, but why couldn't we come up with a cooler name?
The Iron Curtain, right? That was
that what it was
That
called?
was something.
Okay.
That was something in
Rings
history.
a bell.
Iron Curtain. That was something in history. Oh, I got another one. So you said board games. My sister the other day, she said, I'm so bored that I want you to FaceTime me and I will place me in front of the board game and I will play with you guys.
Oh, did you do it?
We're going to at some point.
Damn. So it's going to be like those movies where people go on a virtual date and they set up the phone.
Yeah, there you go. Just virtually date people. You can quarantine. You can get people's numbers.
Find
meet
a
someone
girl on Tinder and be like,
FaceTime. She can be your quarantine girlfriend.
and then you guys set up what you're going to make for dinner beforehand.
Cook together.
So, yeah, you cook together and then you sit down and you put each other on FaceTime and it looks like you're eating like the same meal.
Yeah.
I would say practice magic. I think magic tricks are cool.
Oh, okay.
Not real.
Not like witchcraft.
Although I am a wizard, no, I'm talking about like human magic tricks.
Magic. Yeah, some sort of skill. Like if you could like just become a magician, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and I mean it's weird, obscure things like that I've always wanted to do. Like, I've always wanted to learn how to throw cards, like throw them across the room.
You could learn to do that. Dude, people are getting bored.
Yeah, man.
There's people doing those whole Rube Goldberg machine things. That'd be fun.
I saw our buddy Chris was doing beer pong, but with no beer and with like he's a golf player, so him and his buddy on the golf team were playing beer pong with
chipping
cups. The ping pong ball.
They're also doing like trick shots with ping pong balls and golf balls. Drink
water or
drink a lot of water. Yeah, just drink a lot of water. You can drink alcohol, I suppose.
Dude, but like I don't know. There's some people that like just like drinking at home or like
I'm not gonna do it.
That's when I'm home by
mom.
myself, the last thing I would want to do is get drunk. But there's people that really like it. So
yeah, I'm not a lone drinker. I'm a social drinker.
Yeah.
The closest I'll do is like maybe if we were all gonna get on Xbox, maybe I would drink. But I don't. I did that one time and that was weird.
Yeah, Kyle accidentally got drunk one time. Like we were playing Xbox. It was me, Luke, and Kyle. We were all sober, and then Luke just goes, Kyle, take a shot.
Or he's like, I'm pouring a glass of red or something. And I was like, oh, should I take a shot? And then somehow we made a bet. And then like I kept losing. It's like every time I got rebooted, I had to take a shot.
Oh, see, and I didn't know you were actually following through with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I thought it was just a joke.
I was bored.
And then 20 minutes later, Kyle was just like pretty drunk. And I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, I've been taking shots.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
It was like in the middle of the day too.
Yeah.
It was weird. Oh, read a book. You can read books. I still haven't read The Alchemist. I'll read it. I promise. I'll read it when we're.
Kyle got into a phase. We forced each other to each read a book, and he liked the book. And then he was like, you know what? I think I like reading. And then hasn't touched a book since.
I'll be honest. I don't know where it is. I think it's under my bed.
Dude, read it.
I will read it.
It's a quick
when
read.
I find it.
You can finish it in like 3 days if you're bored. And I think you'll actually take something away from it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope I read it.
That's funny you mentioned that. I've seen 3 different people that I know personally that have posted Instagram stories.
I saw one
and I've seen The Alchemist on people's Instagram stories.
That's what made me write that down because I was like, oh shit, I haven't read it yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, want to hop into the segments here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Out of all those things on the list, the one thing you should do is listen to a podcast. And the podcast you should listen to is the Peak to Middle School podcast, which you're listening to right now. And while you're listening, since you have nothing else to do because you're stuck in your home, you should go into the Apple Podcast app, rate us 5 stars, and write a review.
You have nothing else to do. Might as well.
I know that all of you listening are piece of shits. Okay?
Piece of shits.
Piece
you
of
are
shits.
Piece of shits.
Pieces. What should I?
Shit. Pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit.
There you go.
Doesn't sound right. But you're just sitting on your couch doing nothing. You're probably eating unhealthy. Probably had too much sugar and you feel gross.
Someone might be jerking off.
Yeah, someone's probably jerking off listening to this. And what you could do to cleanse your soul?
Man, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Find out someone's jerking off to your voice.
Someone's definitely had a boners listening to us.
If you have no.
I've had a boner listening to a podcast before.
Yeah, I've woken up with it.
Yeah.
Listening to a podcast.
You know, it's there's accidental boners all the time.
Yeah,
so
that happens.
Someone's probably had boners listening to us.
Probably.
If you've ever had a boner listening to our show,
I don't want to
DM
know.
me.
Don't.
DM
John. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to know your boners.
But moving on to our segments here, Kyle.
Yes.
List your top 5 board games.
Ooh. Oh, that's good. Okay. I'll go Monopoly. Do I have to be in an order?
Yeah. No. Just 5.
Monopoly, Risk, Sorry. I'll say Life.
Would you count like card verbal games? Are those board games or no?
What do you mean?
Like,
Card verbal,
Cards Against
Cards Against Humanity.
Or is that different?
I don't like Cards Against Humanity that once because like I've played it enough to where it's just not that funny anymore.
Yeah.
You know what game I wish I had? Kerplunk. Kerplunk was so much fun back in the day. It was like it's this little machine thing that has like you stick all these sticks in it. And then you pour all the marbles in, and then you take turns taking out the sticks, and you like slide it around, and all the marbles that come into your slot like are points against you.
Oh,
it's like reverse Hungry Hippos sort of.
Yeah. What's the one where you try and pull these sticks out, and then each one you get out, you get to keep it, and like
pickup sticks.
Yeah,
you get
how
points
did that work?
It's like if you move a stick, then you have to put it back. You have to pick up a stick with like one hand or something.
Yeah, and then if it falls over, you lose or something.
Or it's like or it's like without moving a stick or something.
Oh yeah, because they're all just in a pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, I also would like to honorable mention Clue is good, and a couple card games. How about Bums / Butthole?
Oh, I like Butthole.
Yeah,
is that Bums?
Yeah, we play it a different way. We call it Bums.
I liked BS as a kid because I would play it at my friend's house and their parents didn't care if we yelled bullshit.
Oh.
But my parents didn't want us yelling bullshit. So
you're like 10 and you're like, bullshit.
Yeah, did we go there? We'd just be like, bullshit. And it felt so good.
Okay.
So.
All right. John, what is your top 5 things you want in your dream quarantine house? If you could build a house.
Similar to my question last week for you, where like if you're stuck in a bunker, what would you bring into it?
Oh, yeah. 5 things. 5, like it's a house, obviously, but like 5 necessities in your quarantine house for you to be happy.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming if it's a house, I already have like
internet stuff.
The basic.
Yeah.
I got
a house.
I got entertainment things. Like I got an Xbox already.
Like sure. Yeah. Let's say additions to like a super house.
In additions, I would get one of those pools where it like pushes back at you, so you're swimming but you're not really going anywhere.
Oh, okay. Why not just a big pool?
I don't know. I've always wanted to try one of those.
All right, pool, small pool.
I would get, in addition to the roof. Okay, then I would have a separate pool.
Just 2 different pools.
Okay.
You're using 2 things on pools. All right.
So I'd have the one small manual pool thing.
Okay.
Then I'd have a huge pool that goes really, really deep, and I would get a high dive built onto my roof of my house that like is over the edge of it, like an Olympic size high dive for like the divers.
Okay.
And I would basically just be jumping off the roof of my house into this pool.
Okay.
That would be really fun.
That's 2 things. All right.
Then
both pools.
I'd have a home gym.
There you go. I would definitely say that.
I would have everything I would need, like all the different machines and shit. I would have an indoor basketball court.
Okay, 4. All right, last thing.
A cabinet with every type of frozen. It's like a extra freezer from my separate freezer, and it has every type. It's like only for bunker purposes. We keep it locked away, but it has every type of frozen pizza.
Okay.
Like every brand, every flavor.
Nice. I would add a chef that's in like a hazmat suit that can't like infect my food, that just makes me food.
Okay, that's a good one.
That'd be a good one. I'd sub out the first pool for that.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, This is a good one. I've actually asked you this like last week, but I needed to do it on the show.
Oh.
What would you do if I asked you to punch me in the face as hard as you possibly could?
Yeah, I didn't really know how to answer that. Is there anything in it for me? Am I getting money?
No. As a friend, I just really want you to punch me in the face. I don't give you a reason.
I don't think I would do it.
What would your reasoning be to me?
It would
for why
hurt
you
my
wouldn't do it?
hand. It would hurt my hand. Like potentially broken wrist.
You're not gonna say because it would hurt you.
It would hurt you. That's like number 2 on my list though. If you want it, then you want the pain.
Yeah.
I would be afraid that my punch would be so powerful that it would kill you.
Oh,
So I'm worried about your safety because of how powerful these fists are.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I probably wouldn't do it.
I was just curious because like at what line is drawn between like a good friend and someone who's like
protecting
you? Like if I really, really wanted it,
shoot me.
Someone not doing it is like doing me a disservice in a way, but at the same time, they're potentially saving me. But it's like
I'm saving you from yourself.
But like if I was like, dude, I want you to flick me as hard as you can,
yeah,
you would do it.
Yeah.
So then why wouldn't you punch me?
Because the flick is less pain.
But I want the pain. I'm like if
there's a certain line of
liability-
pain that I don't want to cross to you.
Okay. See, Chris, my buddy Chris, I asked all my friends this to see what they would do, to see who's my real friend. Chris said he would do it, but he said he would need a better reasoning on my end.
Yeah.
But he would still do it.
I would need to hear what your reasoning is.
And I told him just because I wanted it, and he said, all right, fine.
Oh.
So thank you, Chris. Somebody would do that for me. I've also thought about, like, I've never seen you punch or get in any sort of fight. And, like, obviously,
you don't want to.
You're not, like, tiny, but you're not, like, very large. So
I'm unsuspecting.
So I'm curious, if you really were to punch me as hard as you can, like, what type of force? I'm just trying to envision.
I don't know
how much force someone like you could really generate if you had to go all out.
My thing is, like, if I were like full on trying to punch something as hard as I could, I feel like it would somehow just turn into like a baseball like throwing punch. Like I would just like throw my arm at you. You know what I'm saying?
You'd
like
go like this.
Not that I would do that, but like
you think your baseball form would come into play.
Yeah, somehow I'd like pitch at you. Like,
yeah.
Like I don't know. I've never like taken a boxing class or anything, so I don't know how to like do a perfectly formed punch.
Yeah. I've heard you don't want your thumb in.
Well, no, I know that.
Because that would break your thumb. But I still think if I was to punch anybody, I feel like I'd break something.
Yeah, you break your hand. Yeah, that would hurt, dude. Your knuckle.
So how
like,
come
if
people that fight
punch this table? Ow.
Yeah,
and this is harder than less hard than your skull, right?
I don't
know.
How do people punch then without getting injured then?
They do get injured.
You think anytime there's like a street fight, the person who won is still injured?
I mean, yeah, their hand's probably fucked up. It's like you watch a movie, someone punches somebody, and they're always like, ah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know,
man.
Okay, right. John, what would you do if you were quarantined with your worst enemy, just the worst person ever? What would you do?
Dude, I'm thinking of this one guy. Not this guy I've told you about, but there's this guy that I went to college with that lives like down the hall from me, and everyone hated him. And when I think of the most annoying human on the planet, I just think of this guy.
Really? Okay.
So I'm gonna say if I was stuck with this guy, what was his name? Ethan, I think. Dude,
sounds annoying.
The worst, the absolute worst guy ever. I think what I would do is right from the get-go, I would just tell him. I'd say,
fucking hate you.
I'm like, dude, listen. I don't want to be here with you. You don't want to be here with me. I don't want to deal with any of this shit. Like, I don't think it's funny. So let's just mind our own business.
Well, and see, now it's awkward.
No.
Now Ethan walks by.
No, because that's the opposite of awkward, because I was very direct.
Yeah, but sometimes I think it's more awkward. Can be awkward.
Yeah, but I think
if someone says, I fucking hate you, now it's awkward.
No, it's way less awkward than me fucking hating you and not saying anything and just being like, oh my God, I want to punch him in the face.
Well, I think they're both awkward. Like if someone you know for a fact has told you, I hate you and I do not like your presence, if you're forced to be in their presence, it's uncomfortable.
For who? For both of them?
Probably both, yeah.
I think it'd be awkward for the person who is hated, but not the hater.
I would feel bad because I am such a good person that I would feel bad for the person that I hate.
No, but think of the person you hate the most.
Hitler.
You wouldn't feel bad for him.
No, you're right. I wouldn't.
You'd be like, fuck you, you fucking bitch. Go sit in the corner.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of fights breaking out.
Between you and Hit?
Yeah, I'd fuck Hitler up, dude.
Yeah. I don't know if you would.
No, I would. Catch him in his sleep. I'd act like I'm friends with him.
He's psycho, dude. He would do things that you wouldn't have the guts to do to a human.
No, I think he was a pussy. He didn't actually do anything. He just told people to do stuff.
That's true. Yeah, he's a bitch.
He's a little bitch.
All right. Last segment here. Sports with Kyle. What's going on?
Tom Brady's no longer a Patriot. I mean, by the time this comes out, this is old news, but this happened the other day for us.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's no longer a Patriot. He's going to be on the Buccaneers, which if anyone were to have guessed that was going to happen like a year ago, congratulations. You should have thrown money on that.
Yeah, were you shocked?
I wasn't. I kind of, after he sent that message out, I thought he was going to retire. I still didn't believe he was going to go somewhere else. People were like, oh, he might go to the Chargers, might go to the Buccaneers. I still think it's weird. I mean, but also so many other like big players like that have gone to different teams. Like LeBron's changed teams, like Peyton Manning changed teams, Brett Favre, Joe Montana. Like,
but he's going to the Buccaneers, which is like their shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, they got a decent defense, I guess. Well,
like
not really.
I just don't get, like, if it's your last year, I would have thought he would have tried to go out with a bang and go to like a team that like already has an existing chance of winning.
Yeah.
But they just went to some rando team.
I mean, I know he has a relationship with the coach, so there's that. He probably will let him like help with play calls. Maybe they have some money to sign some people. They have like some decent players. He's got weapons. He's got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, OJ Howard. It's better than what he had in New England. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's gonna be weird though, just seeing him in a Buccaneers jersey.
Yeah,
like what the? Yeah, it's I don't know.
I was just envisioning. It's just so weird to me to think about. Like he's probably not a billionaire. He's a many millionaire.
Yeah.
His wife probably even richer than he is.
Probably.
His wife could potentially be a billionaire. And, like, I'm just trying to think of what's going through their head to be like, you know what? Let's move to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, like a couple things. Like, one, maybe there's some sort of movie thing over there. I don't know.
Yeah, because he announced he's starting his own production company, right?
Yeah.
Movie production company.
That, maybe they wanted just nicer weather, but then it's like, why not go to L.A. or something? But maybe I think the biggest thing is, like, he wants to keep playing, and he said he wants to play until he's 45, and it was kind of clear that the Patriots just were kind of
done with him.
They're just kind of done, like in the most respectful way. We're done with you. Also, it's proving hopefully that he can win without Bill Belichick, because some people are saying like, oh, like Bill Belichick could win with anybody. Like Matt Castle won like 11 games. So I don't know. We'll see. This season could go one of two ways. One, it's just bad, just a disaster, dumpster fire, and everyone forgets he was ever on the Buccaneers. Or two, he's just like back to Tom Brady and competing for a Super Bowl.
Or it could just be very average, like
if
wins.
if it's yeah, but then I would say that's bad.
You'd say 7 wins is bad
for Tom Brady? Yeah. If he misses the playoffs, it's a failure for sure.
Yeah, but for anybody else, it wouldn't be a failure.
Yeah, that's Tom Brady. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, but like if he got like 2 wins, that would be like bad.
Well, I mean it would, but there's no other reason for Tom Brady to still be playing other than Super Bowls and proving that he's still the GOAT.
Yeah, but like you think he could actually compete for a Super Bowl at Tampa Bay?
Maybe. I mean, everyone's gonna want to sign there. That's what they're saying.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. It's also weird because like no sports are happening right now, and yet people are signing, and hopefully there's still a season. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's weird.
That's weird, man. All right. Well, everybody, thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. Like we said before, go check out our video version on YouTube. If you're already on YouTube, hello. I hope you liked my dog collars. Let me know what you thought of them. I have realized this episode, I feel like my posture was better than normal because it like forces my neck to be upright. So maybe like I've had really bad posture my whole life. So maybe this will be the thing that I need to start doing on a regular basis.
Yeah, why not?
So
it's you're quarantining, try new things.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/PIMS podcast. That's PIMS podcast, where you guys can pledge $5, $10, or $15 and you can get extra content. So if you want more stuff, more videos, access to our Discord, all that good stuff, be sure to check it out. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're out there. Stay safe. Be smart. Don't be an idiot. Don't spread coronavirus. Have fun quarantining.
There you go. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram and Twitter. There are new episodes of this show every single Monday and Thursday. So tell your friends, tell your family. Word of mouth is the best way to spread it. So thank you all so much. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.